We're almost there. We'll just let the video roll here. You can enjoy a little piece of history. So we're continuing up the Merced River Canyon here towards Lake McClure, the old Exchequer. This is a cool little segue into Installment 4 of our YV story. Tunnel 1's right in front of us. So let's get to it. See how the story goes. Okay, we rejoined the main route, which was built on top of the 1926 alignment. Which now, looking at it, I guess it looks kind of obvious. Look how smooth this thing is, and graded just about perfectly. Of course, the one obvious difference between now and the time of the YV is apparently when MID took this over, they obviously widened this quite a bit for vehicle traffic. But the route remains the same. But always a great ride, man. This is always just a great drive up here. Pretty cool on a bicycle too. Done that a few times. The Merced River Canyon off to our right. This is probably one of my favorite sections just because it's the easiest to imagine what this was like back in the day. And we're coming up to one of the more interesting spots right up the road here. Bridge 29A. Check this out, guys. Yeah, there it is. Right there, man. Right there. Yep, there it is. That is pretty freaking awesome. By the way, this photo was taken during a 1945 fan trip. There we go. A little bit of a breeze going here. How's that for a little piece of history? I don't know who Juju is. And now we're coming up to another really cool section. Another one of my favorites. I think you guys will like this one. Check this out. You notice the road falls away in front of us? And then off to our left here. Let me get pulled over. Alright, so up on that little rise right there, that's where the old roadbed starts to taper off. A whole lot of earth has been removed here. The reason for that is this was all removed for the 1966 construction of the new McClure Dam. But what I want you to look, so this is the old roadbed. What I want you to look at is right in the middle of the frame there. And you'll see it, that is the west side, or the west end of tunnel number 1. So we're basically standing level with it. And the old roadbed goes off to the left here. Again, level with where I'm standing. And it goes right through that, right along the edge of those cliffs there. Right through those trees. And into the west side of tunnel number 1. Ah, that is so cool. And all this down below us here, including this little short section of the YV that was right here in front of us. This little section of roadbed was removed when they built the new McClure Dam. Pretty awesome. And there it is, guys, right above us. And then right in that gap over there. We're gonna hike over to this point right here. At least that's the plan. All right, we're just off the main access road. This is the old YV roadbed. And we're maybe 2 or 3 miles east of the main entrance to Lake McClure, Lake McSwain. It's been quite a few years since I've been back in here. Alright, so check this out. Here's the roadbed. This looks like an old access road. How cool is that? There's a section foreman's house up here, or at least the remains of it. That might be right where we're at. Let's get a little closer. Check that out, you guys. This is the spot. This is the spot. How about that? All right, so this is the side of that, looks like a tool shed or some kind of a shed. No trace of it now, you guys. So I can't even find a footing out here for it, but right through here somewhere. Old piece of lumber, but I doubt that's anything that's left behind from 1945. Although, hold on, check it out. That's round. Look, this kind of looks like it's either really weathered or treated. Maybe that's an old power pole. You never know. You just never know. And if you noticed in that original photo I pulled up, there was some old fig trees out front. What look like fig trees. I'm wondering if these are them. I don't know how long figs last, or live, but if these are not them, maybe these are the descendants. Check that out. Which means if that is the case, the residents would have been right here. Hold on, check this out. Looks like you have oh yeah. Got a retaining wall. Oh look guys, this is concrete. Right here, that is concrete. Oh look, more right here. Another concrete footing. And one over there as well. Check that out. And then this retaining wall behind the old building, the old house. Ah, this is something else. This is so cool. Look at that. It's an old metal anchor in the ground still. Oh, that is so cool. Oh, big footing there, big footing right there. And this, yep. That looks like maybe where a flue pipe came out of the wall. An old wood stove. Oh yeah. We got a little history here, guys. Not much is left, but we got something. All right, I want to go around the front of the house. I want to show you something else. So in our photo, if you look to just to the right of it, just past the house, you'll see a road that goes up a hill. And I would say this must be it. How's that? All right, let's move on. Let's move on. You notice too, this is much more wooded than the original photo. There's a whole lot of more growth up here. Did I just say a whole lot of more? Yeah, there's a whole lot more growth up here than there was back when that photo was taken. There we looking towards Exchequer, looking east, and looking west back towards Merced. All right, let's move on, see what we can find. A little bit of deferred track maintenance, huh? Well, that was 1945, so about 80 years, roughly. Deferred maintenance. Not bad for 80 years, but I think it gets worse up here. Man, when the cars are not going by on that access road, it is peaceful up here. Kind of eerie, actually. I didn't see any other cars, so I think I'm alone up here. At least I hope so. Check this out. This tree, oh wow. Oh wow. That came from way up top. This was not laying across this roadbed when I was last here, which is at least 5 years ago. Wow, look at that. A little bit of impact there. All right, let's move on. It's weird, man. You get a car going by and it's like it echoes through these cuts back here. And then it's like just as quickly it goes silent. Look up in front of us there, guys. Look at that. The eastern entrance or exit of Tunnel 1. I just remember I have a photo taken from the back of a train as it was leaving this exit going east, and I forgot to bring that photo, but I'll pull it out of my photo album and I'll throw it up on the screen when I'm editing this video. Yeah, that's something again, I haven't seen this in 5 years. It's still, I don't know, man, it's still cool. It never stops being cool, I don't think. More trees down. Let's see how we can get in here. By the way, there's the new Lake McClure Dam. 1966. The old Exchequer, the 1926 Exchequer, the one we're going to visit, probably in installment 4, is on the other side of that. And my understanding is the water level is low enough that we have access to it again. So definitely looking forward to that. All right, here it is, guys. Tunnel 1. Look at that, 1925. Ah, this is so amazing. Wow. Still here. Still here. Looks like we got some nasty erosion going on over here. Pretty substantial crack right there to the left of the 1925 nomenclature. But I'm going to assume we're still good to walk through. Let's see what we find. This graffiti, that's definitely new. Definitely new. Unfortunate. Although some of it looks nice for as graffiti goes, but still unfortunate. I realized something. That's a cool little echo. That's cool. I realized something now that I'm so far from home. I can't look it up, and I have no cell service to dig around for the information. But I forgot how long this tunnel is. I forgot how long it is. I'll look it up. I'll look it up and put it on the screen. But how about that, huh? How's that for a little bit of history? Yeah. I love this stuff. And we are through. This is the western end, Tunnel 1. Kind of curious too. It's interesting. If you look up there, you notice the 1925 nomenclature up there, cast in while they were pouring the concrete. You don't see these. You'll see it later when we get down in the lake bottom. You don't see these up there. They've been removed, chipped away, whatever, however they removed them. I'm supposing as the water receded, they were able to float up on a boat right to them and take them down as souvenirs, which I'm curious how that worked out. Seems to me if you're chipping away concrete like that, not gonna have much of a souvenir. But I digress. Let's continue west. There's a whole lot of this going on. Wow. This is what, 80-something years of growth will do. Gotta admit, it's getting chilly out here, man. It's getting real chilly out here. All right, so we'll pass back through Tunnel 1 in a little bit, but I want to get you up to, earlier I showed you where the roadbed was cut into for the I keep saying that year, when they built the new Lake McClure Dam. I don't need to keep giving you that date. We're going to walk up to that point now. Oh boy, I almost went down there, rolled a rock. At least I didn't roll my ankle. See, so when I walk here, man, what I visualize, I mean, imagine this, man, you're rolling through here, right? This is all built up. The Merced River's down there. It's now, I'd see Lake McClure, but back in the day, you would have seen the arch of the old Exchequer right below, or right above that dam site right there. But what I want to show you too, check this out. So you can kind of see it here. It's a pretty good view. There are pieces of the original roadbed. If you look, find there's an arch, there's a roadway that kind of circles. Okay, here's the main access road right beneath us. That is the access road to the dam, which we cannot get on, by the way. That's behind secured gates, so we can't get in there. But that roadway going to beneath the dam for staff, that is paved right along the original 1905 to 1926 YV roadbed. A few years ago, we were able to get access and head up on in there, but not today. I don't have the juice car like Jack does, but I will see if I can get you a little closer. See, and check this out, you guys. I don't know that this road's been used for anything else since 1945, and if that being the case, this is still the original ballast. For a guy like me, that's really cool. to think about. But then again, I can stand, as my adoring wife Kelly will tell you, I can stand on an old abandoned slab of concrete for 30 minutes trying to visualize in my mind's eye how everything looked back then. I don't know why. There's probably a clinical reason for it, but we'll save that for another video perhaps. Or just let it go. Yeah, we'll just let it go. This is looking rough, man. This is looking rough. Oh yeah, we've had some slides in here. Oh man, big slide up here. All right. Ooh, a lot of rocks, a lot of rolling rocks. Wow, look at this, man. Ooh, look at this. Wow. This is looking a lot worse than when I was here 5 years ago or whatever that was. But, ooh, sorry for breathing so hard in the mic, guys. But this right here is why you got to get out and see it, either before it's gone or before you no longer have access. Check this out. Bridge 31. I think it's 31A right in front of us. Check this out. Wow, man, look at this. Oh, wow. Now I'm going to age myself here, but look at that. Look at there's still some timbers left down there. Oh, that's amazing. That is so cool. You can tell, look right in the center of the frame. And that's what took this out, was a pretty good fire. Earlier I mentioned that we used to camp up here when I was a kid, and my cousins and I came up, and look at that, some of the old steel or metal still there. But my cousins and I came up here, and from that road down there, again being young kids, so you know what could possibly go wrong, right? We hiked up this little ravine, and we were able to walk across this bridge. There was still enough left of the old bridge that we were literally able to walk all the way across. Look at this. Look at the date on this bad boy. Man, that's just amazing. I got a picture of this too that I forgot to bring with me. Man, I'm getting rusty, but I'll throw it up on the screen when I'm editing the video. But how about that, huh? In fact, I think that photo is kind of taken from an angle, something like this. We'll see how close I match it up. Okay, so earlier, right where that road climbs the hill and goes around the bend to the right, that's about where we parked earlier in the video. And I was basically looking this way, at the western entrance of Tunnel 1. And I mentioned that a lot of this had been cut away for the construction of the Exchequer Dam, which makes sense because it's all right here. Exchequer Dam is right there. I'm calling it Exchequer, that's the old name. The new dam's actually called McClure. But most of the old roadbed is still intact right over there. I would hike over there, but it's kind of getting late in the day, so, and I got to get back. We have very little sunlight left. But how about that, guys? Man, this is just so amazing. History. How about that? All right, we're headed back out, but I just wanted to show you this. Right down below us there. Right there, that's the old roadbed, the original roadbed. Again, here's the new one, the realignment up here where we're at. And as you can see, we've made a pretty good climb since Merced Falls. So there's the old roadbed right there, the original, the dirt section. It continues on. You can kind of follow it around there to where that white building is. Disappears behind this tree. But right along, there we are. If you look along that side of that hill here, just up above the river, that's the original line that went all the way to the old Exchequer Dam site, which at that time had while it was under construction, they actually had a tunnel in it. I'll show you that one as well. Sorry I'm breathing so hard, man. I thought I was in pretty good shape. Maybe not so much, not as much as I thought. So when I edit this video and hear myself breathing, I'll realize I need to get back on the bicycle. But anyway, wanted to show you that. And by the way, down here, I just remember this. While they were doing the relocation for the new roadbed that we're on now, they actually did have a construction camp down here where I guess it was a huge construction camp. Basically, it was like a small tent city for the workers to reside while they were building the dam. All right, guys, let's move on. Check that up. Yeah, here I am. Sidebar. Sorry, this will be quick. Promise. Up on that hill. See that? All those structures. Those are actually houseboats, and they pull them out of the lake during the winter months. And actually, now because the lake's low again, they'll park them up there until the lake fills again. Which, considering the rainfall and snow we've had this year, hopefully that's going to happen this year. Okay, sidebar over. Let's move on. This is interesting. As I was walking out, I noticed this. It looks like a really old access road to the railroad. And if so, it'd be very similar to the one we'll see when we get down to Barrett Station. Check this out, man. This looks fresh. We got some landslides going on. It's so sad. Stuff is just slowly disappearing, man. Wow. All right, you guys, look, a little more overgrown than what I remember from 5 years ago. However, still totally hikeable. Still totally hikeable. So if you're in the area, man, get it. Not just this, but any piece of old history. Man, I know I keep saying it, but it's because it keeps going through my mind. you got to get out here while you can. So much of it's going away. Same with Route 66, I got to get back out. Sorry, I got distracted. There is some old asphalt here. Or actually, I'm sorry, concrete. Look at that. Man, I wonder what that was. Look at that, some big pieces here. But I was saying the same, I noticed the same with Route 66. So much of it is just, it's going. By the year, every year we lose more, either through fires or arson. Out here in the desert of California, just the desert reclaiming it. You know, the wind, the sun, the sand. So, and as you can see here, it's the ground gets saturated and just trees fall, gets overgrown, and not good, man. Not good. So get out while you can. All right, we're back. I might make it out of here before it gets dark. This is pretty cool too. If you look at this tunnel, you can still see. Oh look, baby love. Not that. But right here, you still see where the forms were. Looks like maybe they're using 4x8 sheets of plywood. Oh, that's just so cool. All right. Let's get on out of here. Let's move on. How's this for cinema? Dramatic effect. The tunnel behind us. Is it behind us? Oh yeah, there it is. Tunnel behind us. Leaving the scene. A little more reconnaissance completed. Is this where I walk out? Wait a minute, check this out, you guys. Along the old roadbed, you know, they had the telegraph lines that ran along the roadbed, and this is just to the left of it. All right, well, the west side, look at this. The coyotes. Or as my cowboy friend says, the coyotes. Getting late in the day and they're starting to starting to holler out at each other. All right, so right here, this is the backside of the west side, leading up to the west side of Tunnel 2. The east side is typically underwater of Lake McClure. Of course, it's now out of water, and we'll get to that in installment 4. This is the old road bed. It was paved over prior to 1966. But if you look at this right here was an old drainage tunnel that was installed in 1925-26 when they did the realignment. And this was all filled in prior to the construction of Lake McClure, the McClure Dam. So if you look over here, off in the distance, you see the spillway for McClure, Lake McClure. So the story goes that once this lake filled up, and they were either testing or they're trying to utilize the spillway, one or more of the gates got stuck open, flooded this ravine below us, obviously exceeding the capacity of our little tunnel to drain, and this filled up and washed it out. So this is what remains. But for our story of the YV, you can see where, right through the trees there, you can see that paved section. That's the old road bed. It came through here and went across, not at a 90-degree angle, but, roughly, 60-70-degree angle. Came across, continued on up the hill. Right through that tree line there, it did basically a 90-degree left. Went into Tunnel 2. I'll pull out, I have old videos of Tunnel 2 when we were with Jack that day and he got us access. So I'll include those here so you can kind of see what the end of that looks like. I wanted to share that with you before we got out of here. What a cool piece of history. Okay, now I think we're done. Let's call it good.